What is up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jeffrey with Jealousy Image, and I am here today to talk to you about layering season, so stay tuned. Thank you for clicking that play button. I appreciate it. If you like any of this content, help me out. Hit that thumbs up at the bottom. Main goal of this channel is to help good-looking guys like yourself look even better and even sharpen up some of those aspects. And getting into layering, there's some crucial parts that everyone should know that I feel that are very important when you are layering. You can't just throw in a bunch of shit and expect it to look good. You have to coordinate the right way, match the right way. I guess that would also means coordinate, but it has to be functional, matching, and versatile. What do I mean by that? Well, first we'll go over functional. When I talk about functional, you can't just stack a bunch of shit on and hope that it's gonna work out. And it's almost, think of it as having a backup. You have your collared button-up shirt, and we'll say a sweater, for example. You're out, you're having a good time, and you spill your drink, or I don't know, you fall in the mud or something like that. This top gets dirty, easy. You can take it off, and you can still rock that bottom part. So I am guilty of this. I've worn something too big, too small, or something that has a stain underneath, thinking that I'm never going to take it off. If you spill something and it ends up being warm and you have 3 layers on, that's gonna suck. So if you're gonna be wearing something too tight, you take that off, you're gonna look like an idiot. I'm here to protect you from that. I don't want that to happen to you because it can be a bad situation. Continuing on functionality, you wanna make sure that your layers make sense. You don't wanna put on a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, and then a coat, because if it gets too hot or too cold, you have to take the t-shirt off, to take the sweatshirt off, to put the t-shirt back on. It doesn't make sense. So start off with something like a t-shirt, a nice button-up, or sweater, or some kind of zip-up hoodie, or something like that. Here I have a 3/4 button-up hoodie. Underneath of that is another 3/4 button-up thermal from Penguin. Not a sponsor, but I love a lot of their products. This item is great to wear on those cooler nights, so if it does get too hot, I can always take off that top layer and still rock that bottom layer. Awesome look. Alright, next let's talk about that color. There's a difference between matching and close enough. So if you're thinking in your head, it's close enough, it probably doesn't match. I've thought to myself in my head, like, I make myself think that the color's good, but it's not. So don't do that. When I'm matching things, I want the colors to go together so well that I set it in my head like, you know what, that's close enough, it matches. You're stopping the bathroom and wherever you're at, and you're like, shit, that doesn't match. Save yourself the headache, make sure it matches. The good thing with layering with colors is that you want to get bits and pieces of colors. So this blue shirt is gonna go with different brown and some blacks. So try and layer with something that is very versatile. Black and whites are an excellent. Navy blues are great and versatile. So checking out this outfit here, make sure there's some sort of contrast in there as well. So I have this corduroy sports jacket, which I got at Goodwill for about $6. Not a blazer, is it? I spent most of the money on the tailoring to make sure it fits perfect. Guys, make sure you get a tailor, or make sure you know a tailor and be friends with them. Tailor or seamstress, doesn't matter. I've used both. I've had excellent ones in the past that I've used. The fit makes all the difference. I'd rather spend more on tailoring than I would on a piece of clothing, for the most part. Here is that black v-neck topped with that white zip-up hoodie and the black corduroy sports jacket. The nicest thing about this is that in the event it gets too hot, I can take it off. I have the t-shirt and hoodie if it's not that hot, but mostly it's just for style. And I'm talking about versatility, it's kind of the same thing as making sure that don't always assume that you have to wear a collared shirt underneath a sweater. Always just seems to go-to for most guys. Not that it's a bad look, I do it. There are many different ways to layer. One of my favorites is during the cooler seasons, I like to layer with a thermal, thin thermal, nothing too heavy, over top of a lighter quarter down button up. It kind of pulls it together and gives you some layering look. For the most part, I layer year round. I'm always wearing a t-shirt under something, some kind of tank top. It looks for a better look, and like I said, it's always a good backup. And keep in mind too, guys, when you are adding accessories on, so a scarf is always a good add-on. I know some people are gonna hate me for saying that. I wear a chain wallet once in a while, it just makes kind of the outfit pop a little bit. Different colored belts and shoes, which shoes we'll talk about more down the road. So this is just a brief spectrum of all the options for layering. I love layering just because it lets you do so many things with so many outfits and so many different colors. It lets you express your uniqueness in so many different ways. I want to thank you for tuning in. Again, if you liked any of this content, please hit that like button at the bottom. I appreciate it, and we'll have more videos coming your way. And this is Jeffrey with Jealousy Image, and we'll see you soon.